We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Daniels. That is caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, but now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done. Finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get it together. Come on. They can work for it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. He's to the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When you look at this defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. In motion, Hill. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now they'll audible to something else. To throw on second down, Daniels. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw again. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, he'll drop to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll motion McLaurin left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Play action. Now it's Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Tua going to try and go quickly here.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Just got to hold your breath a little as a defense with 2 good time in the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, you need the wise call. There's nothing downfield, just the way it went.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Tua.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Steps away. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Down inside the 10.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
caught by Achane. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Achane. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as
he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He had to hurt that one before he went until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
They'll motion McLaurin left.
To throw again, Daniels. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Hill to return it. Running right through him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that.
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. McManus's point after is good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down and 6 now. Tua sets up to pass it. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Tua to throw again. Flushed out right. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now a play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Daniels.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Hill on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Running left, Achane.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
18 ready. Check smash.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. Escaping. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
19 Lions.
To throw on second down. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Daniels. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A big gain on the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Rig alert. 19 tight. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's got McLaurin, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This is 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Shot 60, shot corner, 70.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to keep pace for that 1st-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.